welcome to the Soul Hour. I have a really special guest here with me today, and her name is Sasha Jackson, and she has a nonprofit organization called Mixed Behavior here in the Bay Area, and we're going to go ahead and talk a lot more about it and get in depth. So if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, she's a powerful woman here in the Bay Area.
Thank you.
So go ahead, girl.
So I'm Sasha Jackson, as she said, and I am the co-founder and executive director of Mixed Behavior Foundation. We're a nonprofit organization that focuses on mental health and wellness for youth and the families in the community. We have several programs that we try to, get the kids out there and embrace their creativity, embrace their athleticism, and really just focus on getting them up and moving. So
I see you're repping your shirt too.
Yep.
That's a really nice shirt. I like that.
Thank
It's
you.
cool.
Thank you.
So being the founder though, I do want to step into that conversation. It's a lot of work. I'm
Definitely.
sure it is.
Yes.
So can you share some struggles or some strengths so far? What has taught you, being the founder of the nonprofit?
Well, my husband and I founded this nonprofit. It was actually through our kids. Our kids, we're a blended family. My husband had 2 children, previous relationship. I had 3 children, previous relationship, and we share a daughter. And our kids back in 2019 started a clothing line, which is what I'm wearing,
Okay.
Mixed Behavior, and that represented our blended family.
That's
And
what's up.
they all have different cultural backgrounds and just represented unity, because a lot
I
of
love that.
times, especially in blended families, it's a lot of drama. And we are
Okay.
not definitely. And we have not. We haven't had too much drama. Obviously, there's some things
Yeah.
that
things
happen.
life.
But as far as the kids and us coming together as one, it's definitely a mixed behavior. So we started doing our Humble Giving project, which we do towards Thanksgiving to
Okay.
support the unhoused community.
Yeah.
And feeding them and giving them, necessary lotions and bath.
Good that she's doing that. I could tell is super authentic and genuine, and yeah, no, for sure. And what you're saying about the humble giving, just a small piece of what you're doing has gone a long way so far, right?
Yeah, definitely. We started that really to kind of give back as a family, and in doing so, it birthed this nonprofit.
Yeah.
There's so many things that we've gone through just as a family.
Yeah.
My husband and I, we both have, childhood traumas and
Yeah.
things like that where we have outlets that have helped us. Mine is writing, so I'm a
Okay.
writer as well.
Okay.
I really embraced that this year, and which I think is really great, and it's been really healing for me.
Yeah. I believe that too.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
definitely been healing, and one of the things that it's actually healing me from is the trauma, the emotional and mental trauma of incarceration. My mother, she actually, a lot of my, throughout my childhood and even my adulthood has been, kind of in and out of, federal prison. So we took that opportunity, getting into writing, to actually write our story,
Yeah.
kind of really focusing on what got her to those decisions and how they affected me, and just moving forward with that. And while we were doing that, we seen just how healing it was. We've had a couple of group sessions with her therapist, and I was able to really dig deep and get to know my mom a lot better than I just knew her from the surface.
That's
And
amazing.
the things just really started clicking and make sense for me, and I was able to put some puzzle pieces together as far as, what I thought, and then now what I know.
Mhm.
So in doing that,
Healing makes you more compassionate
definitely,
when you start healing yourself.
definitely.
Yeah.
And
I've learned that too.
oh, definitely. And so in doing that, though, I said, you know what? I called my mom and I said, I think that other people can benefit from this, and I think that we should make it a part of our nonprofit since it is mental health based.
Yeah.
And I know incarceration has a really strenuous effect, you know what I mean, on, you know, mental health. I know for me growing up, I struggled a lot, you know, with not understanding why my mom was where she was, or, you know, or not even only that, just why she was making the decisions that she was making, opposed to just being my parent, you know. So we actually extended it to Project Heavy. So with Project Heavy, it's going to be a docu-series, and we're going to document other people's stories as well, how incarceration has affected them and their families, talking to, you know, therapists to kind of give their perspective, correctional officers to give their perspectives, and hopefully that'll give, you know, everyone either who hasn't experienced it or even those who have experienced it a different point of view.
I love that. That's gonna be dope. Like, it sounds like there's a lot of moving parts. Like, there's a lot of orchestrating, and I think what I took away from that is it's a lot of storytelling.
It is.
And through the storytelling, like you mentioned, it's going to be healing.
Definitely.
So I think that's great. This also segues to the next question, which is, you know, the purpose of this conversation was to highlight you as a woman leader. You being the co-founder of this organization, how can you provide insight to the younger generation who want to be, you know, leaders in the nonprofit realm? What do they need to do, or how can they succeed?
What I've found in being a co-founder of a nonprofit is definitely a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a lot of focusing on your vision. So I would encourage, you know, my young women to focus on your vision. Get very accustomed to just ignoring the outside noise and ignoring any negativity. Make sure, you know, you find a board members that really support your vision.
True.
You know, make sure that you just have all people around you that are positive, and people who, you know, want to see you push forward positively.
The shift has started, and it's making its way out this way. I mean, I could be wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I just feel like there's a lot of need out here where we have to travel still to other places to get the resources.
To the bigger cities to get those resources. My husband and I actually made a connection with a nonprofit called 333 Arts.
Okay.
They just put on an event, Creative Concord.
Okay.
And that was really dope.
Yeah, that was
They
dope.
had artists out there doing a live show.
But girl, that was the first one. That was like the first one. So I'm like, okay, I'm glad that they're having this and they're thinking of how could they get out of this box of thinking and, you know, do something like arts, because art is important for the community, for your mental health too.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what would you, I'm going to go to the next question. What would you say then a book, podcast, or a person that has given you inspiration or motivation to do what you're doing now, like in this very moment?
I'm like, as far as books, I love memoirs, right? I'm writing a memoir, obviously, about myself and my mother. So I finished the Will Smith book, Will, which gave some insight on his childhood and how he got to where he is. But right now, I'm actually reading Finding Me by Viola Davis. And that is correlating with me so well, resonating with a lot of different things. I mean, as far as her story, I've read, and I'm envisioning the life of my grandmother, similar stories, the life of my mother, similar stories. And just for a person of that, oh man, she has reached so many high successes to have gone through the things that she's gone through. She's definitely tackling her childhood trauma in that book, and that's what I intend to do with Heavy. So that's what's been very motivating to me currently. And then as far as a person, I'm going to say my mom.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna say my mom. I said my mom emotionally
Yeah.
because it's always been my grandmother, and she always motivates me. I lost my grandmother in 2011 to cancer, so she will always motivate me for the rest of my life. But my mother, her strength, and just like I said, I learned her in a whole different level.
Yeah.
But it gave me a whole new respect for her.
Yeah.
And she's definitely motivating me in so many ways that she doesn't even know right now.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing that, for sure. And I felt that too. And then, you know, I kind of want to ease the conversation. Can you share with everyone what you have going on coming up? Events, pop-ups, anything like that?
Like I said, one of the programs that we have is our sports program. So my husband, he put together a skills training camp along with Train the Brain Fit Club. He's our athletic director, the owner of Train the Brain Fit Club. So that's going to be at Oakland Tech, June 25th and 26th. It's free, so you know, register for the kids through our email address, mixedbehaviorfoundation@gmail.com. We also have our humble giving at the end of the year, which we hope to collaborate with, you know, other people in the community to make it a bigger event. To give back to the unhoused community.
Okay.
We have the mentorship program I said that I'm working with Sisters Hill Network there in Oakland. And Project Heavy starts filming in August.
Oh, dang.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So she has a lot going on.
I have a lot going on now, and I feel like I'm missing something. So whoever's watching this that's collaborating with me, I'm sorry. It's on the spot.
And then, did you say your handle for Instagram or social?
Our Instagram is mixedbehavior_foundation.
Okay.
So yeah.
So tune in and get some information, get some resources. If you have questions, either myself or Sasha can definitely be a resource for you. But until next time, peace, y'all.
Thank you.
Cheers.